Hey everybody, welcome to the 1 hour vibe coder with me, Kobi Omanaka. This is day 4 in the course, and if you've been following along with me, you'll see that I've been trying to build out an app using Cursor, which is an AI coding tool, and a bit of Claude Code, which is like ChatGPT, like a competitor to ChatGPT, but can help you code as well. So far I've made a little app which works inside the terminal. And the terminal is the scary bit where you type some code in, as you've seen in the Matrix probably, where Neo types some code into the computer, code being words, and then Matrix shit happens. So here is where we've got to so far. Let's go to the screen here. Here's what we've got to so far. Here's the terminal, this little window here. I'm going to type in the prompt node daily_starter.js. Fine. Click on that. It tells me a joke. A weasel walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Wow, I've never seen a weasel before. What can I get for you?" Pop. Pop goes the weasel. The daily fact is, the katydid bug hears... okay. The katydid, that must be the type of bug it is. The katydid bug hears through holes in its hind legs. Interesting. Then to give me the weather, I type in what city I'm in. So I'll say Rio de Janeiro. What country? Brazil. I'll spell it the Brazilian way. And it gives me the weather over the next 24 hours. Quite warm, but partly cloudy. Fair enough. And then we have the film quotes. Toga, toga. And it's asking me then what is the film that quote comes from. And that, I believe, is Animal House. Yes, 5 guesses correct in a row. I'm a film buff, it seems. That's nice. National Lampoon's Animal House from 1978. So that's where we are at the moment. This is nice. This works. Quite proud of myself, even though I haven't done anything with the code specifically. I've just told it what to make and it's made it. The challenge I have here is that it doesn't look that enticing. I want to make it look prettier and essentially be a graphical user interface and look a bit more like a website or a regular app that you download and use on a daily basis. So that's what I'm going to do today in today's course. That's what I'm going to try and do today in today's course. If it doesn't work, then, well, I have no idea. Well, let's try it anyway. So I'm going to move Daily Starter into a real desktop looking app, build it using an open source tool called Electron, which with my research suggests is the best thing to use. So this is powered by the same kind of code that makes websites. So HTML, JavaScript, CSS. And like I said at the start, in the first episode of this I do make websites. So I do know these bits of code. I just don't know how to pull them together into an app that makes, a little tool and interactive and is interactive and stuff like that. Open to all, so it's open source. So this is free to use, which is super important. And it runs natively on Mac and also on different platforms. All good. I'm not going to go into these bits. If you want to check this out, the URL is electronjs.org. I'll put it into the notes. But from what I understand, one of the main things I'll understand is that the way I'm going to build this using Cursor or any other tool, I'm not actually going to need to navigate to here. I just need to know the right commands. And when I say I need to know the right commands, Cursor needs to know the right commands. And I'm going to prompt it to do so, to go into this tool, get the content, get all the stuff it needs, download it, use it, arrange it, and package it around my Daily Starter app that I've made already. So let's have a go and see what happens. So it's going to have all the same features, the weather, jokes, facts, the quote, and keep the streak. Everything's going to be in a single window, and Cursor is going to do all the building. I've explained a bit why we're going to use Electron. And also then there we go. Here's the link again to the Electron website should you need it. Let's hop into Cursor. Oh, I forgot to put the timer on. Start. Well, I put the timer on now from the moment I start coding. So let's go to Cursor. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is ask it, where are you? Which folder are you in? Which folder are you in? As always, I'm going to be here for maximum 1 hour. But when I edit this down, I'm going to take out all the dead space. I'm going to take out all of the downloading stuff because no one needs to see that. You might as well go straight to that bit. Right, so I'm in the correct file structure, 1 hour vibe coder daily starter. Beautiful. One thing I'm going to do here is try and work out how I can. So here I am, Explorer. So I'm in this folder called Cursor MCP, and I want to go ideally to where this folder is, but I can't do it. I'll save it for another episode and try and work. Like I say, I don't know how to get around Cursor yet, but I quite like to see the files being made. I'm going to Google it quickly. Okay, simple, supposedly. So go to File, and then Open Folder, and go to here. So now this is showing all of the files that are in. I'm in that folder now. It's showing all the files that are in there, and when I click on Panel, the terminal comes up. I'm in Daily Starter. This is nice, and everything's all clean and cleared out for me. Beautiful. So I've got a prompt to run, which I prepared before. I want to convert my existing Daily Starter tool into a simple desktop GUI graphical user interface. That's what GUI means. It means it looks pretty using Electron, as we've discussed before. I'm going to copy all this. I'm going to go into plan mode, paste that in, do not write code yet, and then click go. Reviewing the existing code. And here's the plan. Convert the CLI, which is a graphical command line interface, which is the terminal, into an Electron desktop using an Electron desktop application with a clean GUI. A couple of things I asked it to do was to make a main process, use Electron with a main process and a renderer process, so that the main process is the back end, which is where all the calculations and stuff will be happening, and then the front end process is like what it looks like. The renderer process is the front end, which is what it looks like. So I've asked it to create that. Again, I'm going on the internet, I'm going on ChatGPT and going on different places, doing some research and finding out what I need to ask it to do and prompt it. So it's going to create the Electron browser window loading HTML, index.html, which is essentially a lot of what websites were opened on using index.html. Handle the API calls. We looked at APIs last week. Expose IPC handlers. Don't know what that is. What is an IPC handler? Hold on. Okay, so it stands for inter-process communication. Oh, so that's because, as I said before, we have the main process and the renderer process. So it needs this thing, IPC handler, to work between them. Lovely. I'm not going to go through all this because, frankly, I don't understand all of it. Style.css, use that in websites, and that's going to affect how it looks. And it's made a mock-up using terminal. It's going to test it. Okay, let's build it. So I think here, and now we can see this, there will be a lot of, hopefully we should see things being added to this folder. And we can see here it's checking off the list. Install Electron dependency and update package JSON with Electron configuration. Nice, nice. So now you can see there are files being added to this folder. Index.html. The grid.js has just been added. It's testing all features, greeting, quote guessing, the streak, the facts, the weather with location. Oh, here we go. So what is this, ready now? The Electron app is running. You should see a window with all the sections populated. Test the quotes, guessing the weather, test the quotes, and guessing, test the quote guessing. That makes no sense. And the weather will prompt for your location the first time, then remember it for future use. I didn't even ask it to do that. Okay. Buckham Dano, I do know this. I've heard it, but I can't remember where it is, what it's from. I'm going to say the Naked Gun. It's not from that. Oh, Hawaii 5-0, and I'm down to 0. I've lost my streak. Great daily joke. Why are pirates called pirates? Because they are. Daily fact: it takes 3,000 cows to supply the NFL with enough leather for a year's supply of footballs. Interesting. So my city is Poynton in UK. 7.4 degrees C, slight rain. That's pretty much Poynton year in, year out. And it's got a breakdown. I mean, this looks nice, doesn't it? That's worked way easier than I thought it would do. A lot more quickly. What's the time on the clock at the moment? 10 minutes. Great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it to apply a bit of my branding to it. See if we can make it look any different. So first of all, I need to go and find my brand guidelines. So a long time ago, I asked ChatGPT to help me come up with branding. And we did. And here is, so yeah, my brand fonts and guidelines are here. This all looks great and it seems to work quite well. Now, what I want to do is apply my own specific brand fonts and colors and guidelines. Please find all of the details below and re-render the Electron app with my brand guidelines. Do make it look awesome. So here are my brand fonts, Meriwether and Nonito. Meriwether for titles, Nonito for the body. Then I've got my primary brand colors. So I'm just copying the text across from another place. And then I've got some complementary colors as well. I don't think we'll need them, but let's throw them in here. Then, go ahead and plan it. Okay, so it's going ahead and thinking. The app now follows my brand guidelines. Restart the Electron app to see the changes. The design uses your brand fonts and colors whilst maintaining functionality. Big question, how do I restart it? Because if you remember, it just came up poof by itself last time. Restart. Okay, these are my brand colors. This is my brand subtype. This is Meriwether, and this Nonito. All the colors are right. Hello Kobi, welcome to Daily Starter. I mean, this is beautiful. So now, this film is Rocky. Well, one of the Rockies, just going to put Rocky. Submit. There we go, got one guess in a row. It's giving me Rocky 2. That's fine. The daily joke. Why did the Invisible Man turn down the job offer? Because he couldn't see himself do it. Ah, beautiful. Daily fact. If you go blind in one eye, you only lose about 1/5 your vision, but you lose all your sense of depth. And there's some weather angles here as well. I think that's a great place to stop. Weather for Poynton, United Kingdom. In fact, what I want it to do, I'm just going to ask it to prompt me if I'm still in Poynton right now. Because what if I go to London or to Rio or to Timbuktu? So I think it should prompt each time to say, are you still in Poynton? And ask me to say, yeah, click a button, say yes or no. If the button says no, if I click no, then it should re-prompt me for which where I am. So it doesn't always assume I'm in Poynton. Okay, let's do that. And then I'll go home. I'll go to bed. This is all looking great. Now, when the app starts up, please can you ask if I am still in the last place and name the last place. So for example, if last time I opened it, I was in London, the app should ask, hey Kobi, are you still in London? With a yes or a no button, full stop. If I click on yes, then it generates a weather based on me still being in London. If I click no, then it should ask me and prompt me to enter my city and country so it can make sure that it gets the most accurate weather for where I am at the time. Cool, I'm going to click on plan. I mean, this is all just wild. It's just wild to me. Okay, how do I start this? I didn't actually find out. I just asked it and then it popped up again. Which is like now. I am serious and don't call me Shirley. Airplane, come on. 2 out of 2. Airplane from 1980. Weather. Kobi, are you still in Poynton? Yes. No, I'm going to say no. I am in Cairns, Australia. Wow, it's pretty toasty there. It's going to be pretty toasty. Guys, you're going to have a great day. Make sure you wear sunscreen. daily facts are on average 12 newborns will be given the wrong parents daily. That's horrible. Hopefully that's globally, not just in Cairns. That's great. I'm happy with that. I'm going to finish there. I do just want to work out how to restart this tool when I want it. So I'm going to go to, hopefully it said, okay, run npm start. So does that mean I copy this? Huzzah! So that's great. So I think tomorrow, the next day, I might try and see if there's a way to start it from the desktop, so I don't have to go into the terminal. Well, let's see where we get to. I'll have a think about it and get back to you. But cheers, guys. Thanks for that. If you enjoyed what you've seen so far, please do subscribe to my channel. It'd be really interesting to see how it all pans out. And I've really enjoyed it so far. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Take care.